Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the delays.
Fact.
We had a player getting that oh so lovely VAC authentication error. So it's now sorted out. We're back into things, but again, delays not fun for anybody. Moving into Mirage, this is the third map of this best of three. Either team taking each other's map choices. So interesting stuff and fairly convincing as well. 16-8 on Cash, 16-7 on Train. So we'll see how Mirage goes. Looks like alternate attacks certainly have the advantage in the knife round, unless, okay, Mazias just finds two. So this could be badass if he could find the triple to complete it, but Kazuya will deny it. So alternate, they will have side selection here on Mirage, and I'm uncertain as to how this one goes. Honestly, I kind of expected Alpha to close in that second map, but it never occurred.
I certainly expected Alpha to close too. Once they got the 5 scoreline, I think it was, like, if it's your map choice, you should be able to close that moving on to the CT side. Either way. Now moving on to Mirage, the off won't be as big of a problem, or the lack of one, I should say. And there's been some instances where I've thought maybe don't make Kazuya op in some of these situations, because his rifle can be nasty too. I guess he has come up big with the op sometimes, but on to a fresh start, 1-1. It's down to a best of one. Winner is moving on to the Pro Series, so a lot at stake here for both of the side, and I think it would be a decent-sized upset for alternate. I think Key would feel bad if they don't make it due to his illness. Hopefully it's one he didn't have a choice in. Otherwise, you gotta play through the pain.
We'll see Alpha heading towards the B-bomb site, and they're going to encounter Marky very early here. Gets one frag and gets out of there. So the column, the rotation coming in immediately. Marky can't get anything else done, and the bomb is going down. And Lom finds Crisby on the catwalk. So 3-on-3. We'll see a decent post-plant setup. Tizian and Searson both towards market. It's going to be up to Kazuya flanking here. And, well, Searson takes off 2 heads, so that works out as well.
That was pretty neat how alternate did that. We had Tizian jump up on top of, what is that thing, like a bookshelf? Looks like there's some food on top of it. Anyways, like the little shelf over on the side, and that allows his teammate to fully commit to the peak with him, having full range on both the 2 Ts that were trying to push into that back hall area. Risky play there by Alpha, and it almost worked. Searson was quite low. If they can put him away, maybe a shot. And then now in the situation where they'll just try to keep that economy low, which I don't think they'll commit to the same way that they did on Train, say alternate, win the next gun round. I don't think Alpha will continue that force buying way as they did on Train. Or if they do, that's a crazy philosophy to have throughout the game. Right, and just enough to have a chance at a bomb plant here, but no smoke. That means you need frags. Oh, they had one.
They got just the one smoke, yeah. And it will not be enough. Searson finds the angle required to deny it. So no bomb plant. Or at least for the moment, Nikolai hiding inside of the smoke towards Palace, but he is dealt with. So 5 alive. CTs will not bleed out a single player, and no bomb plant at all. So Alpha moving into this next round. They do get that AK buy. Well, Galil's on a couple, but if they found the second bomb plant, of course, they would have had full utility, pretty much everything moving into this round, but still quite a big weapon advantage, considering alternate not upgrading.
Yeah, we got utility advantage for alternate. Alpha, of course, getting that AK advantage on the first gun round whenever you get the plant. Kazuya hanging about at mid, just trying to fire through the smoke. That can be really effective onto teams that consistently will try to cross onto mid. Eventually, if CT is spamming inside of the window, he's going to get one. Or maybe a mid collapse, not just Tizian hanging around. They will find Mazias. He's on top of the mid, turns around, Barry gets blasted away too. This is the Tizian I was worried about to begin with. These huge individual plays and the awareness to realize that Barry was creeping up. I mean, it was like milliseconds reacting to that footstep behind him. He might even finish off the round on to Kazuya. Or excuse me, Yugi. Well, there's still one alive. That's Nikolai way in the back. But if Tizian goes off, it might be a quick map number 3.
Indeed, it could be. Nikolai alone towards middle. And he finds his 3rd frag. 4th total for the entire T side. So we'll see if he can make it any more expensive. He's got 45 seconds, but creeping up through B apartments is Crisby. Going to be welcoming Nikolai inside of the space. Nice flash play from Nikolai, though. Peeks in with his flash. And is able to win that one without any damage being dealt to him. So it's looking more and more viable here. He picks up one more 1v1, puts out that fire, at least some of it. And he's going to head down into the B-bomb site. Marky with the MP9 will get the job done. So they do stop the bleeding eventually. Not a bad round from Nikolai, but unfortunately the rest of the team didn't do very much.
Let's see how Alpha attempt the bomb plant this time. I expect some P250s, maybe a flashbang and a smoke here and there. And we'll see what they could do with those. No smoke, so I'm just going to try to blast some people with the P250s. Get a couple headshots. 3 frags in this round is a success for Alpha. 2, I'd even call it a success. But a bomb plant, and then you can call it one as well. But the frag count, key. Probably only see some Deluxe on board with a couple P250s. If only was plant the objective. What I missed, Chad.
Kazuya just decided to jump to peak underpass, and with no cover from catwalk or connector, that was an easy target. There was already a player waiting down there, and then as soon as they tag him up, a player from top middle peeks in, and they take him down. So they haven't recovered the rifle, but it is a 4-on-5, so taking into middle yet again. It'll be alternate, just putting on a bit of a show here, as he is. Last one up. It doesn't look like he'll have the luxury of finding that rifle, so only the 1 frag coming in here from Kazuya getting aggressive, but otherwise, alternate, decent anti-eco.
Yeah, I guess he got a lot of intel from it, but crazy play jumping out. See the op-out on board from Alpha. Do they rely on it, though? This is what I'm wondering. He does have pretty terrible spawn. And I'll send it towards mid for Kazuya. Heading towards the B side. Mid control. How fast for Alpha? Little jump out spam attempted by Crisby. Some in return. Crisby just eating a little bit of damage, but I think the op is the real threat. But it's Kazuya inside of the apartments. I thought they might push him down catwalk for the engagement. But Searson is the only player aggressive on mid. He's acting like he has teammates ready to collapse on with him, but he's going to take the fight. Oh, Marky wins when he's aggressed way into the palace. I didn't even catch that. That's a lot of intel if he could bring down that palace player while there's no interaction from the players at short, or excuse me, at stairs for the T side. So nice little lead here for alternate, not only in the scoreline, but this round and further.
Yeah, Kazuya follows it up with an AWP pick. Mazias can't find anything. Neither can Yugi, so Barry, 1v5, lonely situation. 2 players still fragless on that T side. Not looking good at all for Alpha here, as it looks like Barry makes the decision to head all the way back, at least towards middle. Drops Crisby, so it's a decent start. Still has 100 hit points as well. But 2 players towards top middle now. I don't think he'll anticipate there's this many waiting for him. Takes a peek, doesn't like what he sees. Marky's heading up through through T-spawn, and will find the kill in the end. So Marky, big player there, pushing through Palace, and Lom was his victim. And Lom was actually watching ramp, and he was trying to hop onto the fence in a way that it kind of quickly gets you from that upper platform towards a ramp towards Palace, but he missed the jump once, and that was enough to give Marky the sound cue that he's like, all right, I'll just wait for him to do it again, and easy kill as he jumped off of that. And they were able to build off of it. So 5-0. We will see another round here with equipment for that Alpha side, but not a lot of it.
I guess they'll go for the force buy here, and Mazias, he'll find the entry frag. Tizian might just get flanked here on the connector, but his awareness has been sick thus far. Will win the duel with Lom. Barry still hanging around at mid. Advantage for Alpha. Marky looking for it. He'll connect, but now they're both the T's are stuck, or CT's stuck coming out of the connector area in the post plant, looking real strong. And wow, they're gonna fall way back. Potential for the Ninja, but there's no way you expect it with this many T's up.
Yugi taking a lot of damage. Marky does have a smoke, so Nikolai has lurked his way towards Palace. He should be able to hit the shot. Indeed he does. He ate a flash as well, it looked like, but still had his target in front of him and in his crosshairs, so worked out well. as we will see Alpha picking up their first T-side round. So CT side economy was good enough that we can see a follow-up buy, and honestly a great one as well. They've got plenty of money here, so it's up to Alpha to string some rounds together. They survive with 3 moving out of that one, but rebuying utility and all, it brings their economy back down fairly low.
What can they take from that last round, too? We found the entry frag committed, and one from there. The adjustment for alternate. They're going to rush into the damn. Lom just beats both of them. Searson and Tizian. Feeling foolish. A little bit worse to trade there. Lom denied access to it just by playing that pillar to on both sides, where alternate decided to split up inside of that palace. That's probably the round 1 right there, unless Marquis, the stand-in, has something to say. And then Frisbee, he's burning inside of the sandwich, eventually does fall to it, but not before getting a couple more.
So 2-on-2, we've got both remaining CTs inside a connector. Lom able to decapitate Marquis, so Kazuya 1v2. And he's smoked off here, so that'll make his life even more difficult. Reloads, walks through the smoke, and Nikolai takes his life. Honestly, Lom towards Palace there, it looked like an action movie where you've got like a clear superhero and he walks into a room and it like the scene is made to make him look badass. So he comes in, it's like one guy peeks from the left, insta headshot, one guy peeks from the right, insta head, like Lom just bodying them. Well, I guess they're headshots, but still just annihilating both pushing players. So that's not the way it's supposed to look. That's
correct, Grammar Chad. You were right. Yeah, bodying. I'm not sure that's in the dictionary. But we got Crispy going down early on at mid. Alternate still enough to get guns. But they're running a middle collapse, and they still can do it. Problem is, the wings of the map are really vulnerable. And I think they will still go for this collapse onto mid, though, as Marquis and his teammates still hanging around. But Alpha, they're not going to play heavy onto mid. They haven't gotten anybody into connector. So the triple mid play won't be as effective. Marquis falls on the catwalk, and suddenly it's Alpha with a huge rally.
So he tosses a nade out through the window, but not actually getting aggressive there. He's actually falling back towards B. As we can see, though, going to be an A-side hit. Smoke's raining in. Tizian finds one towards connector. He's been very good from that location. And we'll see an aggressive push from Searson, attempting to catch them off guard before they execute. Not a bad idea considering they're down players, but he will fall. So 2-on-4 as Kazuya towards CT spawn. Tizian still alive at connector. Only Tizian now. And he's dropped down to 28 hit points. So looking bleak for him here. Alpha could follow up the 3rd round in a row. Couple shots towards the Palace player, but it'll be Yugi to end it from the catwalk. So Alpha again, 3 in a row. 3 rifle rounds for them, and it'll now force a save.
And it all started with that, what I'd consider a force buy. I mean, they had 5 rounds loss bonus without a plant, without taking much into the 6th round. They're able to win it on that one. Went out from there. Now they're up against the save. Things are looking on the up and up for Alpha. As Yugi finally has the spawn for mid. I don't think they'll already thrown the smoke, so won't have that to play off of. And with that smoke, it does allow, of course, the CTs to get down into that lower area. And there's Tizian. He'll find Nikolai alone. If he pushes any more forward, he's going to find the bomb. Oh, I think it's just outside, though.
Yeah, I think it was towards top middle. I thought as well that it was towards B apartments, but not the case. Lom able to find Searson. Tizian with that AK making his way back towards catwalk. Loses Crisby in front of his eyes. Sad to see that go down, but maybe he can find some revenge here as Kazuya takes down Barry, and as Miziez peeks from ladder back towards middle. You do not expect another player to be that posted up on catwalk, never mind the AK that was previously towards underpass. So now we get a favor alternate. They've got 2 AKs to work with. Well, maybe not favor. Certainly not after that shot is hit by Yugi. But they still have a chance. Marquis holding an angle from CT ramp.
He believes. That is a faithful angle from Marquis, as he'll eat a nade after getting shot through the wall by Yugi. The only question here for Alpha is, can they realize that both CTs are here before it's too late? Yugi's going to connect, but it's a trade. Tizian versus the op. Yugi's going to only get one more chance here, and he's so close range. He might even go for the no-scope. He's looking for him, and he'll hit it. Yugi looking strong with the op and just confidently going for the no-scope in that situation like it's nothing.
I was worried for a moment there, but I got that close range angle like you highlighted, and finds the kill. So 4 rounds in a row now for Alpha. Back on the bye for the CT side, but no AWP present to note. M4 is across the board. Solid utility on everyone, so it's not like Alternate is lacking anything here, but they need to find themselves back in the win column as Alpha really building up a half for themselves. Early mid-aggression, and it's working out quite well. Mazias goes down. Barry is taking a lot of damage and eventually falls to Tizian. Lom, his answer to the situation here is just to run out T-ramp, and he does find Searson. So maybe they can work off of that, but he's got 2 players rushing him down Kazuya, but eventually falls. So what do we see from Yugi and Nikolai?
Tizian here's 1. I'm wondering what the rotation is waiting for. Okay, now Crisby's on his way. There's no way that Alpha split up in this situation. So they're going to go towards the A side. It's just so problematic for them that Tizian was posted up atop mid and heard them all coming. There's a smoke out for the apartments. I mean, Alpha do have time to fall back off of this, and I think that's the right play in this situation. Once that smoke goes down like that, it's almost a tell over to you. Like, why are they splitting up, upper and lower, unless they have some knowledge of it? Now Crispy will make his way back towards the B side as the take begins with 2.
So incendiary from Tizian towards Palace, and that'll cause even more issues here. But they have gathered the intel on the CT side that the T's are here. Yugi making his way out, not able to find Marquis, and it's only Nikolai is caught in a hot place here. And, well, firing squad waiting for him in that A bomb site as soon as he peeks. Not going to work out, and Alpha finally drop a round after, again, putting 4 in a row on the board for themselves. So moving into this next one, believe it or not, they're fairly broke. They were winning rounds, but not keeping too many players alive. So force buy here equates to 3 AKs, 2 upgraded pistols.
It's not a bad force. Well, they're bringing the herd, the stampede towards this B bomb site. How quickly, though? 1 player going very fast. That's Nikolai. He'll put the forward smoke down, spam away with the Tech 9, make it look like it's maybe just a Tech 9 force, while still applying some pressure with Yugi at mid. If Yugi could win the duel with Tizian, this would open up this B bomb site. But until then, he's just 1 man without the take. And they're going to commit, but there's 3 players here for B at B. Alternates seem to know this is coming, but Kazuya misses a key shot. That allows the distance to be closed. Kazuya continuing to push through, just donates his AK, or his op. That was an atrocious hold for 3 people being there for Alternate.
Yeah, it doesn't get worse than that, I don't think. Other than the damage they dealt, nothing to show for their efforts. So Searson arrives towards middle. Flawless round for Alpha. And it came down to, for one, the player playing towards bench. He was flashed off of his angle. There was an excellent smoke towards that get-right position. And just all in all, yeah, and then Kazuya whiffed. So combine all that together, and that's a very successful situation. Alpha doing their homework with their grenades there. And again, it really is helpful. And on top of that, again, players whiffing. Can't be seeing that. Alternate on the save, and Alpha, again, it was looking a little worrisome for them early in the half, but now you got to consider they're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I'd say so. And Alternates, something's going on with their communication. Because this buy system, for the first time in this whole match, have I saw Alternates buys be without reason, so it seems. 2 players buy, really 2 players full save. 1 guy kind of does like a little half buy, and that's really going to affect them moving forward. This is when it starts getting really worrisome, because like, why are they doing this late in the match? Map number 3. What's happened to make this occur to the economy of Alternate? Either way, opening frag for Alpha, furthering problems for Alternate. And Searson does have a teammate at his back for this A play, and they got nothing but deeks to get it done. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't.
Yeah, Searson will go down. Tizian finds 1 from jungle, so worst case scenario, Kazuya's gonna follow it up, so 3 on 3. Maybe these pistols will be good enough here, as the T's, they've got position on both. They still have some utility if they wanted to drop some smokes or Molotovs or what have you, but Well, it looks like a double smoke for the plant. Very safe scenario here for Mazias, and they do get it down.
So post plant. CT is looking at these smokes. They should know that nobody is inside of the CT spawn. So there's that going for them. That is a huge piece of real estate that you don't have to clear. Barry now quite wounded. Gonna force him to jump through the smoke or the fire. Markey finds his way around both of them. Tizian is gonna have to get the last two, and he can't even eat one more bullet. Mazias does finish it. And what a careful and delicate ending to that by Alpha, because they could have just gunsed out and challenged the pistols with the AKs, which, you know, does still favor you, but they played the extra safe route and smoked off the bomb site.
It did work out for them, as we'll see the follow-up round. Again, we highlighted the bizarre buy in the last. You had two players full buying, one buying a little bit, a couple half buying. It was just really, really odd. So moving into this next one, we'll see a little bit of a buy coming in for Kazuya, but they're all finally on the same page that they keep 2,000 in the bank. So 3 rounds worth of loss bonus. They'll have enough for a buy moving into the next. But Alpha, they've really run away with this half in my eyes, considering how successful it was early for Ultimate. At least in this half, it's hard to see them coming back into things. Even if Alpha only secured this last round here in 7 rounds, they would be favored moving into the CT side. There's much more damage they can get dealt as Crisby finds 1. But at this point, just trying to find some weapons to bring into the next.
Whatever they can. I mean, that economy, they're going to go for the boost out of the window or something? I don't even think you can run boost out of that.
Trying to, like, fix the light in there or something?
Maybe with the old bunny hop. I'm thinking way too far back. No, gun round coming up. Alternate. Looking at that money. Yeah, it will be affected a little bit, but could have been worse, I guess, if they continued with the tilt buys. But 7 for Alpha. That's a victory of the half in my eyes, and if they can further that, even after going down 5-0, it's going to be a lot of confidence for them in Alternate. Without Kiev, they can close this out somehow. Still have a shot to make it into that Pro Series, but Barry goes 1 for 1, will fall to the fire after he takes out Kazuya, so they will trade off onto each other. Tizian and Searson just can't hold on to the A-bomb site as the take is made. There's 2 players at mid while the take was beginning for Alternate. Now on the retake scenario, do you save? And they are going to save it. Okay, so they just want 4 rounds loss bonus. I guess you can get 2 FAMAS onto teammates. You can go either way with this one.
So another round going the way of Alpha. Again, 1 for 1 early, but that stampede onto the A-bomb site, it was more or less flashes that helped out as well. There's a player playing Ninja, kind of the opposite firebox spot, dealt with immediately. I feel like one of those, that kind of spot, if you are pre-fired, you are 100% dead. If they just walk right past you, of course, you're probably going to pick up 2. And Alpha making sure they check their corners. Ultimate, again, 6 rounds here, considering 5 of them came in the first 5 rounds, and they've only put 1 round on the board since then. Not a confident feeling at all moving into this final round of the first half.
Maybe the only good feeling, it's almost over, and Alpha can't bring any more of this streak into the next half. And Alpha looking for that 9th, and that is a good scoreline for them, how it started. For Alternate, maybe some aggression down onto the stairs. Mazias is on the other side of it. And Searson is waiting to see if Mazias will go for any more aggression. Both players kind of jostling around with their weapons, baiting each other into shooting, and Mazias will win that fight. Jugi also, I think that was towards the B side, and he's able to grab a frag there. So with Alpha, with an advantage and 2 players on each side of the map. We'll see how they can pull the rotations.
There's B trying to win a duel towards B apartments, but not able to do so. Kazuya, here's a player drop, but he spotted Yugi as well. Some stealthy play here as, well, it was looking stealthy, but Nikolai apparently all over it. Tizian now in a 1v4. No saving here, last round of the first half. So we'll see if Alpha's going to find their 9th. Certainly looks like they should, as Nikolai is up towards, again, that market shelf of sorts. Again, I don't really know what that is. I think that's a market, so I imagine that would just be some sort of, you know what it looks like? It's one of the ones that you would refrigerate and have, like, drinks in the bottom, but anyhow, moving forward.
Gotta find out what that texture is titled.
Exactly. Well, see,
Get an official
9-6.
answer.
Yeah, considering they've got that one, and then you've got, like, these really, I don't know, those, like, berries at the end that are inside of these, like, shoe rack looking things. I don't know. Looks like a messed up market to me. 9-6, moving into the next half. Alpha moving into the CT side as well. You gotta think they're feeling all right. Alternate with 6 rounds, like we had highlighted, they came very, very early in that first half, so it would be nice for them to pick up pistol, remember what winning feels like, and get back on that right side of the momentum. But if pistol doesn't go their way, then Alpha could just close this out.
Yeah, it gets really worrisome. I mean, if alternate win it, we got a game. Alpha win it, uh-oh, for alternate. They might not make it into the Pro Series. If you're just joining us, this is map number 3, lower bracket finals of the group. So winner doesn't make it, winner does. Or loser doesn't make it, winner does. This is not remedial sports to say. But Alpha, still super spread out. And for alternate, they just announced some presence towards the B side, but then don't do much with it. The rotation doesn't change much for Alpha either. And they still have Barry lurking about at bottom of mid. Oh, he spots out Tizian, but Tizian insta-gooshes him. Mazia's also gooshed towards the B bomb site, so a lot of damage. A lot of players already tendered for these Glocks.
Damn. Yeah, Barry goes down on the back foot. Tizian hunts him. And we'll see Lam able to fire back. Yugi as well. This crossfire towards connector. A bloody mess at the moment as Tizian finally makes it back out towards middle. Not really where he wants to be, but he did take down Nikolai. In the process, though, well, he's actually dead at this point. Marky falls as well. It's only Kazuya. Considering how low 2 of these CTs are with the Glock, he could get it done, but the bomb is not in his hands, and he's got 30 seconds.
He's going to try to recover it. Oh, but Mazias, he allows it, but also shoots the bullet. More for Kazuya to worry about. 25 seconds. Oh, Lam is lit as well. Now the damage comes into play. That's the first one. Yugi, the player that isn't lit, but Lam, this play was ingenious. Kazuya thinks there's guaranteed a player towards CT spawn, and that's all to the genius movement of Lam there. Willing to risk it, and that is such a sneaky play.
Yeah, able to make his way around the triple box, creep his way up, and like you had highlighted, you saw that bait plant was entirely to bring Lam into sight, but little did he recognize he was right behind him. So, double digits for Alpha, and a lot of that came down to that connector crunch. Alternate just couldn't actually make their way up. They found some frags, but not the real estate. And moving forward, no bomb plant either. So, moving into a force buy, Tizian and Marky. Oh my god.
Oh man,
Not like
I love the force buy call. Alright boys, dig out mid.
And it's fairly successful. Like, do go back the other way, and eventually the dust settles, and the CT should be able to salvage this. But yeah, that was crazy.
And that's what alternate we're doing on Cash too. Not like as fast, as you can't do it the same way as you can on Mirage, but these are their force buys. These are their ecos. Dig up and outshoot your opponent. That can work, but you better have a dominant aim advantage. And then even when it does work, it can be problems, but this round's not over. 2 members really wounded. Kazuya, is he going to go for the jumper? He knows there's a player right on the other side. Eventually does jump. But it was all part of the plan, as Mazias was at the back with full HP. And we'll see what alternate have for this next eco. Deegs, perhaps? We've seen some crazy buys from them.
See if they're disciplined about it. Kazuya goes right into the dig, so we know his stance on things. But everybody else looks to be okay. Tizian as well. So they have a little bit of firepower. No utility at all. Tizian looking for an A-ramp pick. One shot rings out. And he will not be able to hit it. So quick connector play. Crisby and Searson already making it close here. Barry taking some damage and does fall to the Glock. So at least 1 frag coming in. It's now only Kazuya to get at least 1 more frag, hopefully, for the T side.
Hopefully. I'd like to at least keep it low on that CT economy. The Deegs lots of play from this German team. Kazuya gonna come up the stairs. He's got Lom to deal with, who is not holding a hard angle, so might have to be a time lucker, as somebody said in chat. That just broke me. That's one way to describe it, right? We're always looking to a way to put a word
Goddamn
on
time lucker.
or time lucker. At first it's CS timing, now it's time lucker.
Right. That's exactly what you guys need to spam in matchmaking when someone just like catches you off guard. You got a nade out or something like that. Time lucker.
It's ingenious.
Like,
You're not wrong.
Right. Well, Alpha, they're double the scoreline here of alternate as we move into the first AK purchase round for the T side. Kazuya, quick towards a ramp, but it's Yugi finding the action early towards the mid window. So nice frag to start things off. Barry and Yugi just locking down middle within the first seconds of this round. It's going to be a 2-on-4.
Man, just the brick-headed approach for alternate. We're gonna take mid, or we're gonna lose. And Yugi's still alive with the op. They're not gonna go right into A. This is allowing more time for Alpha. Get these rotations on and get set up. Player spotted out, making his way up the stairs. Marquis to trade off. He will. But the op of Yugi. Had to be put in play. Kazuya posted up on the angle. Still loses to Yugi in the stand-in. Gotta come up big.
Yeah, Marquis going for the catwalk plant here. Finally finds the position. Can be a little tricky. He's posted towards jungle. Spots ahead towards connector. Finds the first one. Yugi allows him to escape. Not looking to find that duel immediately. And swaps up to the AK-47. He's got to smoke at an incendiary. Marquis just holding the angle.
Ouch.
But Yugi, quad kill on the round. And a lot of his frag, or the one towards CT spawn specifically, where he just walked up on, there was a T just holding inside of the bomb site, gets swiftly dealt with. Most of the frags we're seeing from Yugi, they're lined up to take him down, and he's just, well, countering them quite well.
And what's the strat now for alternate? I'm loving this. We're gonna decide the round right away approach. Everybody's got their eyes faced towards the middle. I want to test Yugi some more, it would seem. Let's find out. Nope, this time gonna be B. A couple players for mid. The smoke has gone down over the top. And the setup of the CT's Barry trying to do what damage he can. Doesn't find much, might even go down, but there's Yugi again with the op. Found a gap in the smoke. I don't know where it came from. Might have been through full smoke, not too sure. Either way, advantage for Alpha. There's some more for Yugi. He's going in.
Damn. Yugi gets one towards mid. Follows it up towards, I think that was towards Palace or ramp, one of the two. Towards the A-bomb, so yeah, looks like a ramp. So, again, Yugi on a tear. It'll be a 3-on-4 as they take down Nikolai and Barry. They're bringing it back. They still have a minute 15. They do not have the bomb. It's way back towards the entrance into B apartments, so they will gather up towards top middle together and eventually get the bomb. Tizian finds Mazias, and all of a sudden they're back in the round. It's going to be Lam and Yugi. Yugi's definitely been the front runner thus far, and he's going to have Flom. I knew I'd do that at least once. Lam picking up. I think we joked about that the first time that we saw Lam utilizing this new alias with the F in front of it. It's great. But the European Flom, not something maybe you want to be known for, but shots fired. Gonna see a 2-on-2 laser.
Lam from the CT. He will fall, so the recent star for Alpha. Yugi, I'm liking his play here. He's glancing towards the CT, trying to ensure that nobody's in that spot. I'd be surprised if he checks it now. At least that's my read on his movement. But he's going to try to flush Crisby out of there, follow it up with a nade. But Crisby, oh no, the incendiary doesn't reach far enough. And will Yugi realize that? He will now. Surprised that jump shot doesn't hit from all we've seen recently in this game. Yugi will fall off and forfeit the round. Definitely the right decision here to save that op, move it into the next, because they got a big lead. He's performing well with the op, and you just want to cycle that as many times as possible into your opper's hands.
21-2-8. Can't go wrong with that scoreline for Yugi. Moving forward, as will be the 21st round. And let's see what kind of buy they get around this. Lam with the Mag 7. I feel like this is one of the least viable maps to have a Mag 7 on. We'll see where he decides to go. Yeah, towards the A bomb site as well. Suppose you could work it towards Sandwich or underneath the Balk. Something to that effect. But it's going to be a lot of presence towards middle, and Yugi taking down Searson early. Just not giving up that real estate without a fight. And he's re-peeking here. Down to 57. They botched their window smoke. So it's going to give him ample time to re-peek here. And spots out Crisby. Marky's made his way into connector. So if they're not careful on A, Barry somehow hops from the A bomb site towards jungle, and Marky does not punish him. That was bizarre.
Yeah, and it's not even like Marky's trying to be hidden. He is actively trying to engage. So yeah, quite odd that he makes his way all the way through there. But if Marky, he's pushing a bit forward, will find Lom. And Nikolai for the trade will connect, but up connector comes alternate, dealt with by Yugi though, who continues with that op. Already got 2 on the round. Both members of Alpha towards B are pushed up on the catwalk, and they're going to find the members of alternate at the bottom of mid. That is a hard reset. But maybe not in this situation, because alternate, I think they go for the buy here. And you know what? Dare I say, Deeg's out mid.
Right. Deeg's out, boys. Let's get it going here. See if we can bring him back that way. Kazuya going with the Tech 9. Searson, similar situation. At least Crisby staying true to the strat. He's got a Deagle in hand. He's got a beautiful one as well. So he'll waltz towards a ramp, and it's looking like a dry take, if anything. Okay, Kazuya will provide some utility support as they head out of a ramp. An immediate headshot onto Lom, so we find that frag. Barry towards the stairs, eats a flash, finds a single frag, but he's dealt with. So 4 on 3, and alternate looking good with pistols.
Can't get it done with rifles. It's a CSGO without the pistols, but Tissian will go down. At least the bomb has been planted, though. That does give the remaining 2 a chance, but Crisby got to go off with the Deeg. Spots the head of Nikolai. Trade attempted by Mazias, and he'll connect. Marky, I just don't see it. Doesn't have the Deeg. That's the alternate attack special at this point, and he gets flanked around from the fire boxes. And 15 for the Danish side, and it's looking like Alpha Gaming in the Pro Series, Chad.
Yeah, and we'll move forward to, again, the Pro Series playoffs. Again, our close qualifiers not quite done yet. I think that this will get, again, similar to Arctic. They move forward out of the group into our playoffs, and that's where we're going to be cycling in Nuke instead of Inferno, so look forward to that. At 15-7, we'll see if Alpha can close this out. Double op look. Nikolai is going to pick it up with Yugi and the buy. No Deagles here, so see if they can get it done with the Tech 9s. Yugi, good for 1 towards middle yet again.
Ouch.
And he's not done. Finds a second. Barry follows it up. Eventually, Yugi goes down. 2 on 4.
It's looking like the end. This is it. Kazuya gonna flash his way out of the A stairs. Knows he has to find an opening. That's gonna be that. Alpha eliminating alternate attacks from the tournament. And you gotta think, if Keep is there, I think alternate win this. Like, even though their strategy doesn't look all that on point, and I don't think they've invested all that much time into their strat, with that aim-dependent style, with Kiev on board, I think it would have been enough to overcome Alpha. But hey, you gotta defend yourself from the microbes, Chad. You gotta stay healthy.
Right. Exactly. Health is number 1. So hopefully he's feeling better, but squad will be dropping out of our close qualifier. Again, our group stage for this group is finished. That was a lower bracket final. So moving forward, here's Alpha and Arctic again. They took their best of 3 earlier today, 2-0. Very dominant one. Very quick one indeed. So that is going to be it for our broadcast today. We do have our Enermax giveaway. Don't forget about that. On the 17th, we will be finishing it. So it's a Enermax hardware giveaway, about $500 worth of hardware. Got a power supply, liquid cooler. You get a lot of fun stuff inside of there. Case, a lot of the components that you would need to build a new PC of some sort. So again, check that out. There's a link right below the channel for that Gleam giveaway. Again, there's a number of ways to enter that. So definitely check it out. On top of that, we got our Skin Sanity referral code. You can find that below the channel as well. If you guys want to follow us on Twitter, that would be much appreciated. You can follow me at Sprawl, just 2 L's on the end, and at LaserJesus for my good buddy here at GoRGN TV for future match updates. And again, that is going to be it for today. So hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you next time.